Now that's the heart of cyberpunk, right? It is technology in the extreme. It is corporate greed and corporate control in the extreme. And it is the merger of machine and technology as a culture, up to and including robots and cybernetics and all that kind of stuff. One of the things that stands out to me when it comes to the cyberpunk setting, it was drilled into my head from Shadowrun, but I think it's everywhere, right? And we can see it in our lives already. And that's the fact that in many of these you have implants that you work with, right? Some of them are big and grand features, but others are very small. Things like a cell phone is implanted into your jaw and you can just use it. And a lot of AR, VR like glasses and stuff so that you can kind
Or
of go
just your
around with
eye.
this. Yeah, or just your eyes. Now, all of that being what it is, what stands out to me is the fact that without the appropriate firewalls, you can overload your hardware with ads by walking into any civilized section. You're talking invasive ads in the extreme.
Yeah, I think so. That's one of the things that, like, we actually, I guess, should mention also is like the story of Cyberpunk is always from, like I said, like street level. So you have like hackers and data runners and
Mhm.
just like everyday people, and their life is, despite this fantastic technology that exists, life is just as shitty as it always
Yeah.
is, right? Like in fact,
Almost
it's probably
shittier.
worse.
Like,
It's worse.
yeah,
Like there's a kind of like a little thing they say for Cyberpunk. It's high tech, low life,
yeah,
and that's like the definition, right? Like survival is the punk part of Cyberpunk.
yep. That's actually a fact. Survival is absolutely the punk part of that. Because none of the stories are ever from the CEOs or the high-end guys, right? The story is from from the common people that is struggling against that.
But even from the CEO's point of view and stuff like that, it's still not great. Like the worlds are never nice.
I think
That's
that
the one genre.
I think that depends.
That's the one genre though, like where it's never good. There's never some uplifting, like amazing, like story.
Oh yeah, I mean that's
Yeah,
true.
there's definitely never
Altered
any good
Carbon,
ending. Yeah,
Altered Carbon, or was it Carbon?
Yeah, Altered
Altered.
Carbon. Yeah.
yeah, Altered
Anyways,
Carbon.
yeah, that was the only one where I think like CEOs really lived it up, and then it was still difficult.
And
Like it
See, I'm
still
actually
wasn't like
I disagree because like okay, so I'm going to take an example, and it's kind of a wild one. The Alien franchise takes place in a
ooh,
cyberpunk world, especially
absolutely.
Earth during that time. And people like Wayland Yutani fucking had a great life. He did whatever the fuck he wanted.
So actually, to support you in that, I'm going to bring up another example. It is a very modern example, as I think there's only one episode released. It's on YouTube. Check it out. It's called Knights of Guinevere. It's by Glitch Entertainment, the same people that did Amazing Digital Circus, and that is definitely a whimsical take on a dreadful cyberpunk existence. And in this one, most of the common people still live, let's say, down on Earth, right? And it's shitty. We are literally living in piles of garbage, eking out what we can, while the wealthy, the 1%, are on giant hovering cities that just stay above it all and can't touch me. I don't care what you do down on the planet, like whatever. And so I think I agree with Eric in the heart of the spirit of what he means, and the fact that cyberpunk doesn't have a good ending, really, for anybody, right? Like nobody really wins. And I think that that's 100% accurate. The part of the dystopia is the heart of cyberpunk, right? Like it shows this is what late stage capitalism gets you.
but even
And
if you
that
look at the CEOs, they get messed up by the poor people all the time. That's the whole story.
oh
Is
yeah,
like some grand CEO like takes it from like the impoverished people, and like they have all this security all the time and all these things, and like can you imagine living that life, man? Like even though they're filthy rich, like constantly dealing with or having to worry about hackers and different things. Like
well, you make yourself a target, absolutely.
I'd
Well,
much
and
rather
that's
be rich today than in some cyberpunk style world.
right.